Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Go. Welcome to round 3 of season 1 of the Apollo League, where last time out we had a thrilling finish as we managed to grab some points, but winning for the second time in a row was Feely. So the man and driver take control in the championship already, but this is round 3 of the season. This is a different night compared to the previous 2 rounds. This is where we played round China and Russia, so I had a bit more time of the game. Should be a bit better on this qualifying up on the super soft tyres, be a bit closer to the front. But Nuku's already leading. It's the Xbox One again. He really was a fast driver. Unfortunately, he didn't really stick around the whole of the season. But this is China, one of those circuits where I used to actually be really kind of good, but it's like most circuits in this game, and now I'm just really kind of average at best round them. But it's a circuit where you got to really control the throttle, you know, your tyre wear can be a big issue, so strategy really does come into play, and you'll see that especially this race for other reasons. So yeah, it's a circuit which I really should not actually be that good round, but as I said, especially like on 2013, 2012 was actually, you know, pretty decent. So it's one of the few circuits left around where I'm actually can be average at best. Look at this, only 7/10 of a second behind the Xbox One after 2 sectors. I think I'd take that, as I've really driven around this circuit at this point in the game. As you're going on to the long back straight here, up over 200 miles per hour in 8th gear, and get some DRS on, son, so we can get over almost 220 miles per hour as we break around the 100-meter board. Kind of braked a bit too late, missed the apex there, got to struggle for the traction out the corner. Now the final corner, such a tricky corner. Brake around that white line, get it into 3rd or 4th gear, kind of track extending slightly as you cross the line, and we're only 1.2 seconds off next one at this point. I'll take that, as we ended up 9th on the grid. My team were once again on the front row. Great job from Hickey ahead of Sam, KC Legend, Divider in the Force Ninja in 5th, Feely, the championship leader, in 6th in the manor, then Colonel Chit 7th, Selene 8th, and DLT rounding out the top 10. But very happy with that, considering I've barely driven around the circuit in this game, and barely driven this game as well. As it going down the order, we've got Fisichella 12th and Skull in the McLaren bringing up the rear of the field. But look at this, all change for the race. We've got intermediate tyres on. It is going to be very wet at first, as it's going to dry across the duration of the race. But we're getting a decent start here. Everyone's struggling for traction, as we've got DLT being very aggressive, and someone has been spun. Is that Feely as well in the manor, as we got kind of hit from behind by Fisichella, who's also spun, and now we've got the Williams of CK behind us. We got hit again in the rear by a manor, and yeah, CK in the Williams instead of the Sauer. I think he joined Nate, that's right. But yeah, 15 drivers this race. About a third of them had instance in that first corner, as going into the end of the first set. Again, very close behind the Williams. I've barely driven in the wet in this game at this point as well. I don't really know what I'm doing, and that shows on the screen as I almost lose the car there. Now we've got Lyric past us, we've got Fisichella behind us. We're back down to 12th place, as we're somehow surviving on this first lap. This is all this race is about at the moment, just surviving, as it goes very slow through these corners in 3rd gear, struggling for traction, even though I've got medium traction control on, I've got ABS on, I've got all the cheats on as well, I've got all my hacks on as well. I'm still struggling. But at the end of the first sector on lap 2, we've caught up to Drastic Devil in front. We've got Feely behind us. He was indeed caught up in that first lap incident and first corner incident, so we're kind of stuck behind the McLaren here now, and now Feely's going to take advantage down our inside into the right-hander. Great move from the manor driver. Can he make a way past the McLaren? Not quite, he's not close enough, even though McLaren's run wide now during these double left-hander, and he's got a great run, the manor, and he's going to go down the inside up into, no, not into 12th place at the moment, or 11th place. Now he is, as unfortunately McLaren has run wide. And now it's my turn to perhaps make a move down the inside through this long right-hander. It really does go on forever. Has going on to the back straight, it leaves the back end side. It's Adam McLaren down our inside, and in. He's gone. I don't know what happened there, if that was a lag, which meant he got hit off, but he just went, obviously lost traction. So unfortunately for Skull, he's got a very another difficult race on his hands. As we've got Physicator behind, we've got another yellow flag going on. I think that actually might be the same yellow flag, but the Xbox One is leading the way, as you would expect in the Williamses. I think that's Feely pitting very early as well. In front, no, it's Drastic Devil in the Mercedes. So he's had a very difficult beginning to the race. As whoa, careful, Kev, keep it on the track. It's the black stuff. Black's, oh, he's still not listening, is he? Black, there we go. He's finally got it as Feely does the first out the race. We've got Pitters behind us. We've got someone bringing out the yellow flag. I'm not sure if that's DLT or Lyric. I think that's DLT behind us. We've got Lyric in front of us. You know, you can see the pack there in front as we're still exploring all the track limits here in the wet. As Physical unfortunately retires. That was actually Physical, I think, in the final corner. But we've got DLT catching our molds behind us as we really are struggling in these wet conditions. We wanted to dry up very quickly at this point. As onto that four, we see guys starting to pit. We see Lyric pitting in front. I think he goes back onto intermediate tyres, so maybe he's kind of burning up the tyres a bit there. As onto the next lap again on the pit entrance, we see behind us that DLT is pitting as we're still trying to hang on for this changeover period. He's pitting very early. We see CK pitting onto medium tyres as well in the Sauber, a bit early perhaps to do that. This was the right lap to do it, where my teammate pitted, where I pitted as well for him in at the end of this lap. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry for that if you really did want the next few seconds not to be spoiled. As, yeah, there's a spoiler alert police coming after me now. And we've got Sam also pitting, I think that's in front of us as we're going on to the soft tyres now instead of the medium tyres. Got a bit more grip there hopefully. And we've got super soft tyres for Sam. He's going to have mega grip for at least the next few laps, as we've got 6 laps to survive on those tyres. Where, you know, tyre wear is a bit high. It's going to be difficult for him. As usual, when 2 teammates pit on the same lap, the AI a bit slow to react to you. So I lost a couple of seconds there. But we rejoin in front of Lyric on his intermediate tyres, do we? As CK's kind of by himself on those medium tyres. Yeah, we do just about. And Lyric's going to drop back on these intermediates. As I said, this lap was the right lap to pit. Even though you can see some raindrops on the lens there, was actually really drying up. But that's the strange thing as well about this, seeing it. You know, it looks like it's still wet, but no, it's actually drying up nicely for us. So for the last half of the race, we're going to be on these soft tyres, hopefully making it to the finish and scoring some points as well. As on that, now we see that Feely's pitted onto the soft tyres, and he's rejoining in front of us, the mana driver. Very important for him, because if he's behind me, I probably would have taken him out, because I'm that dreadful in this race, it seems like. But he's stuck out in front of us now. He's going to be on a charge. As I said, championship leader, very fast guy, one of the fastest in this league. So he's got some hunting to do these last few laps of the race, but every lap, you know, it's drying up. Proof of that, I even managed to sneak in a fastest lap while everyone was pitting around me, including Sir Lane, onto the super soft tyres. But nothing happened for the last part of the race. Look at this, I'm way behind the pack. As we are going across the line in 9th place. If we make it to the finish, somehow I outbraked myself there, but yeah, a really good pace in qualifying. Race pace, not that good. Abysmal in the wet, lots to improve upon. But I'm happy to get some points out of this race as we get a bit jiggly across the finish line. As Xbox One wins the race, his first win of the season ahead of my teammate Hickey. Great job for him, I said, pitted on the right lap. Really leaped him up the order back into 2nd place where he started. Sam in 3rd, Divider 4th, KJ in 5th, VD 6th, CK 7th, Colonel Chetek in 8th, and Lyric grabbing the last point ahead of Sir Lane and Drastic Devil DLT a lap down. But I hope you enjoyed round 3 of season 1 of Apollo. You are back with round 4 soon. Southwatch, and I'll see you then.